Alright guys, welcome back to another Opera Omnia video where I wanted to talk about this little quest right here. The whatever question mark. What the hell was this? Now, I wanted to commentate on my run that I uploaded last night, but look, look, it was already past midnight. I was very tired. I needed to get some sleep because I had to wake up a few hours later because for those who may not know, I do wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, 6 days a week. So because of that, I was way too tired to do any commentary while I was doing my run. I literally recorded my run while I was laying in bed, ready to go to sleep. I went ahead and let it upload, and I'm just like, you know what? Whatever happens, happens. The video's uploaded. I'll wake up and see what happens. So, but yeah, that's why I didn't commentate on that specific run. So I'm uploading this video because I wanted to talk about what I thought about this fight, in quotations. Like this was something very unexpected. This is something that nobody had any idea that this was going to happen. It's not even mentioned in the notice, so it makes me wonder if Global Square Enix is trying to do some maybe like we're beta testing this type of fight where we have to deal with not only Shinryu mechanics, but we also have to deal with the Lufenia orb. And my god, it's been forever. It's been a very long time since I've actually had to focus on a freaking Lufenia orb. The Lufenia Plus era was like, what, a couple months ago, something like that. And so to actually have to focus on that and also have to deal with the mechanics from the enemy's force gauge, yeah, it was kind of crazy. I will be honest, there was times where I was just like, bro, this is kind of toxic. Because, like, first off, the boss itself in general looks like what they did was a copy paste of Core's Lost Chapter. And what I mean by that is I'm talking about the amount of HP that this boss had. This boss, like I said, it's basically the level of HP, at least from what I can tell, the level of HP from Core's Lost Chapter, which has not dropped in global yet. Like, Core has not gotten his BT, so it's interesting that they would actually test this out, I guess, because honestly, I'm really thinking that this is like some kind of like beta test that they're trying to do. But it's interesting that they would actually choose that specific fight where we do have to deal with certain mechanics from the force gauge. We do not have the ability to delay. We don't have no way of being able to break them to try to push in the turn order. They do have the ability to jump in the turn order as well. So it's crazy how they did it. And not only that, but we also have to look at the fact that we had to put up with the Lufenia orb. So the conditions for us to increase it is whenever they take melee brave damage, and then whenever we inflict break or attacking a broken target. But to tick down is kind of like the crazy part, which I feel like probably overwhelms some players, because if we use an instant turn rate ability, that's -2. If just acting in general is -2. So let's say if you wanted to charge up the force gauge, you're gonna die. And it's not even like the Lufenia orb is not even like, it wasn't that high, right? Because I think, what was the max, 15, right? So it's not like you can charge up the gauge just like that. You pretty much had to actually go throughout the fight without having to do the normal shenanigans. Now, I mean, when you take a look at it, there are going to be fights, and there have been fights lately on global where we do have to deal with the enemy's force gauge triggering first. Now, there is technically a way to be able to try to make it so that ours hits first, but that's for a whole nother video. But when you take a look at it, like, it's not too much of an issue, but at the same time, it's like, bro, we gotta deal with two different types of mechanics, and within those two mechanics, you got different stuff that you have to put up with. That, yeah, it was pretty wild. It was definitely something that was not that nobody was expecting. Like, it wasn't even teased in the if I'm not mistaken, it was not teased during the community live stream. Like I don't believe that I saw anything related to it. Like the only other thing that I could say that might be close to what this is would be the April Fool's thing, because remember that also had a question mark on it. Even though the April Fool's things for Global and JP was the whole quiz thing, I do wonder if they decided to troll Global players and also hit us with this questionable type of fight. Now, again, this could be a beta test for a potential like future fights where we might have to deal with fights that have Shinryu mechanics and Lufenia orb mechanics. And honestly, I would not mind it if we actually got something from doing it, because last time I checked, and I have not collected my rewards, we don't get anything from doing this freaking fight, man. The only thing that we can actually get out of all of this is bragging rights. And that's about it. And so, like, when I saw that people were talking about that in Discord servers, I'm like, you guys have got to be joking me. So literally all we got from completing that fight was freaking Gil, and for some reason it is at a weird amount at 41269, and then when you look at the turn count 69. Like, what's happening here? Like, is this something that I am missing? Like, and there's not even any tips. There's no tips to kind of like see like, oh, okay, like maybe we should take a look at like some of the stuff that is in the tips, because, you know, since Joshua decided to troll us with the whole like you're supposed to read thing during the community live stream, which props to Joshua. That was definitely a big slap to the face for many of us, including myself. But no, in all seriousness though, like if they are like I do feel like it's either that they were trying to beta test this stuff to see how global players would react, to see how many players were actually able to complete this fight, and that, yeah, that's about it. Like, just beta testing it on global players. The other thing that I can think of would just be like maybe additional content possibly, but like if there's not going to be any rewards behind it, there is no reason for anybody to do this. Like, this was this was very, very, very questionable, or this could just be a part of the April Fool's thing, and they just decided to hold off until the big April Fools and release this specific type of fight for this event. So, but yeah, overall though, I mean, I honestly don't know what to say about this fight. Like, again, everybody was pretty surprised by this. I think there have been players that may have mentioned that they would like to see a new difficulty. Like, I myself would like to see a new difficulty in JP, because we are becoming way overpowered over there. But, you know, something like this, if they fix it to make it so that it's not too freaking toxic, I would not mind having to deal with these fights or these type of fights, so long as it's not like an every event type of thing, and if the rewards are actually worth me actually taking the time to potentially suffer and have to deal with all this crap. So, but that's just me. So I'm curious to see what you guys think about this event. I know I made a community post earlier this morning asking you guys, and many of you, from what I can tell, many of you were surprised by this. Some of you guys didn't mind it. Some of you guys hated it, which I don't blame you one bit. But yeah, if you haven't done this fight, honestly, the only reason why you would do this would just be for bragging rights. But let's be real here. Who the hell are you bragging to? I'm not bragging about it. I'm still confused about it. So, but yeah, let me know what you guys think about this event down in the comments below. I'm going to be checking out Reddit, because I have not looked at any posts on Reddit to see if anybody has talked about this. I'm assuming there probably is. And I don't really use Reddit like that. I normally don't comment. I have a Reddit account, but I just don't comment on it. I just like to look at the posts here and there. But yeah, I'm curious to see what you guys think about this event. Let's take for example, if you had the opportunity to get feedback for this type of fight, what kind of feedback would you give back to the devs that they could improve on, that maybe I have not mentioned throughout this video? So let me know down in the comment section below. I'm curious to see what you guys think overall. Thank you so much for hearing me rant about this whatever 3 question marks, 3 times question mark event crap. I don't know what the hell this I swear this has got to be an April Fool's thing, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.